Hi everybody, welcome to another game here at the 2018 AABC 16-year-old showcase. It's the Cubs and the Bulls, Calgary versus Lethbridge. The Cubs are the visitors and will bat first. And they are in the red jerseys, and the Bulls are the home team, will bat second, and they are in the blue jerseys. And Justin Willis is going to watch that one go right by. Justin Willis, Bentley Carter, and Calder Eagleton. Eagleton will be pitching today. The pitcher for Lethbridge right now is Ty Weaver, and he's going to watch that one go up, and into the center fielder's glove. That's Kabayama. He got that one. One down. We're going to play 6 innings in this game. 6 innings or 2 hours or a 10-run difference, whichever comes first. Of course, we have to play at least 4.5 if that occurs. That one way out of town. For the right-hander, number 13, Bentley Carter. So Justin Willis has an F8 on his record. Contact to left center, and this time it'll be the left fielder's chance to get it, and Filipenko comes up with it. Calder Eagleton's going to try to help out his own case. Pitching next time, but batting now with 2 out and nobody on. Watches that go inside, but to the inside stripe of the strike zone. That one way out of town. Eagleton ducked in just the right moment.
But it's Calder Eagleton. This doesn't match what the coach has written here. So I don't know if it's the same.
Big swing and a miss. Batted to shortstop. Quick throw, quick out. Quick inning. F8, F7, 6-3. Otherwise known as no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We're through half an inning of baseball. We'll be right back. Brad Forrest up to bat. Followed by Ty Weaver and Josh Kobayama.
Leading off, number 14, Brad Forrest.
Two strikes.
That one makes contact but goes foul on along the third base line. Bulls are going to use 10 hitters, including Tegan Peranto, the extra hitter. 10-man rotation.
And then it's you don't.
Brad Forrest and the Bulls are going to foul that one off and see this defensive lineup. Drew Kachuk, Bentley Carter, Jesse Matthey, Maddox Dodd, Daniel Gonzalez, Ty Johnson, Peter Mumos, Justin Willis catching, and Calder Eagleton pitching, which he did right there. That one stays fair, but goes across the diamond, 5-3, put out. No problem for Dodd to Mumos.
And Ty's name actually has an S on it. Weavers. 17 is with an S.
Weavers. Okay.
Number 17, Ty Weavers.
Ty Weavers with an S. The pitcher in the first half inning, 3 for 3 in his putouts. Bulls on the offense, Cubs on defense. Bottom of the first inning, we're headed for 6. Callum Haney, Ty Hubka, Shea McTavish, Ethan Smith, Tegan Peranto, Jackson Filipenko, and Sammy Hilgerson, your 10-man lineup. Here in the bottom of the first inning. And that makes just about made contact. Did not, but just about did. Everybody has a good laugh. Swing and a miss for Weavers. 3-2 count. Looked outside, checked it, and didn't swing it. Walk for Weavers. Kobayama up. He's the center fielder. Made a big play in the first inning. Top of.
Number 9, Josh Kobayama.
That one outside for a strike. Kobayama, number 9 on the roster today. Tegan Peranto wearing 6. Nicely underway here. Both teams continuing pool play. Big final at 3 p.m. tomorrow. That one straight through the hole. Bouncing off the mound, and it's a stand-up single. No problem for Josh Kobayama. Weavers at second, Kobayama at first. Lethbridge got 15 in their previous game. They're just picking up where they left off. Right down the pipe.
Who's number 2?
For Calder Eagleton, number 12.
so nervous. I'm like, dude, we didn't expect him to play the game.
Batted down and batted foul.
So what he's
Number
got
2,
already is
Callum Haney.
Callum Haney, number 2, shortstop. Count stands at 1-1. A little high, 2-1.
I was waiting their positions down.
2-2.
Swung on opposite way. The infielders just watch it go past. And that will load the bases. He's loose. Jumped a little bit. Couldn't take advantage of it. Callum Haney overran himself a little, but all 3 men literally standing on the bases right now. And we have walk, single, single. And that moves everybody up a step. Ty Hubka, number 7, is the second baseman.
Number 7.
Big blast to left field. It will be caught. The throw is perfect right along the white line, and that keeps everyone in place. Hubka F7 flies out to left field, which is an F7. 2 out here, Shane McTavish.
Number 12, Shane McTavish.
Has a chance to make something big. That one's gonna bounce off the glove. Everybody moves 90 feet, and we have our first run of the game.
Plus 555.
How are we gonna call that one?
One more 5. If you do it on little kids, I don't know the math.
We're going to give it officially a pass ball.
5, 5, 6. Yeah, that's what I do.
And that brings in Weavers. Haney to second, Kobayama to third. That one way high up for Calder Eagleton. Anything now would be unearned due to a mistake by someone besides the pitcher with 2 out. And that's a strikeout. Game 8, broadcast number 8 here this week. And it's a strikeout to end the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left, no errors. 1-0 Bulls lead after 1. And we'll take a quick break. Top of the second now. This is the defensive lineup that Ty Johnson's staring at. Filipenko in left, Kobayama in center, Ethan Smith in right, Brad Forrest, Callum Haney, Ty Hubka and Shea McTavish left to right in the infield. Sammy Hilgerson catching and Ty Wivers pitching. Low and outside. Ball 1. Ty Johnson, Peter Mumos, and Drew Tkachuk to come. Top of 2. Here in Pool A action. Lethbridge is 3-1 so far. Excuse me, 2-1. Each team will play 5 games in the preliminary round. Cubs are 1-2. They'll play Parkland at 9 tomorrow morning. Lethbridge will play the Dinos from Calgary at 9:30 at a different field. That one low and outside again. Fans don't like it, but ball 4 is called. And the Cubs have their first base runner from a walk.
Number 5, Peter Mumos.
Right now this pool is Parkland's to lose. They have one more game against the Cubs. If Cubs can win these next 2, that makes things all very, very interesting. So waiting on a score from Edmonton and the Dinos when it concludes, hopefully in the next 20 to 30 minutes. And we'll have a complete story on what's going on in Pool A and in Pool B. Stay with us at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll have the complete breakdown of everything heading into the final day. We'll have preliminary games at 9 and 11:30, and then the championship game between the 2 pool winners at 3. That one way out of town. That gives Ty Johnson a chance to advance to second base on the wild pitch. Ty Johnson, the second baseman today. His team trails 1-0. Outside to Mumos. You're going to see a lot of teams maximizing their pitchers today because anything over 30 pitches means that they cannot pitch at any time tomorrow, but they're allowed to go up to 105 pitches. So keeping track of the pitch count is extremely important. But they'll max them out, and these players will not pitch tomorrow. And a clean steal, no problem for Ty Johnson. Man on third, nobody out. Second base, second batter of the second inning, Mumos. Big swing and a miss. We'll see what Drew Tkachuk can do with a man on third.
Number 11, Drew Tkachuk.
That one takes a couple of bounces, quick look to home, but they'll throw to first base instead. Brad Forrest to Shea McTavish. It'll be a 5-3 ground out RBI for Tkachuk. He is the second out of the day, of the inning, but that allows Ty Johnson to score and tie the game. It's 1-1. Gonzalez, next first pitch, finds the gap in right center. And with a clear diamond, he'll take first base. Two out for Maddox Dodd, third baseman. Gonzalez batted so fast we couldn't tell you he's the shortstop and wearing number 4. Dodd is the left-handed third baseman and wearing number 7. keeping Gonzalez honest and increasing his laundry bill with that pitch. Low and outside, but finding the corner nonetheless. Big swing, big miss. Maddox Dodd will strand Gonzalez's single on the base pads, but not before. 1 run for the Cubs in the top half of the second inning. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 stranded. So after 1.5, it's 1-1. I'll be right back. All right, bottom half of 2. The Bulls in blue scored 1 in their half of the first inning. And it's Ethan Smith, the right fielder, seeing Carter Eagleson's delivery. And it's inside. Ball 1. Lethbridge and Parkland leading this pool right now, but right now, well, Friday night, Parkland defeated Lethbridge 3-1. First place team in each pool play here for the gold medal at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Just avoiding it was Smith. Oh, I guess he didn't avoid it. That's a hit by pitch. Or HPB, as they like to call it. Anyway, the second place team in each pool would play at Foothill Stadium tomorrow at 3 for the bronze medal. So definitely, if you haven't won the pool, there's still a lot to play for. Top 2 teams in each division will get a game at 3 p.m. That one down off the ground and fouled away. Tegan Parento, the extra hitter. So we'll see Filipenko and possibly Hilgerson coming up. Pick-off attempt, no problem. That high lob doesn't work. One and 2. Way inside and high. Parento avoids it, evens it up. Down below, that'll roll to the backstop to your right. That allows Ethan Smith to make a play. Wild pitch advances Ethan Smith to second base. Parento's still at home, and they want to have a bit of a conversation. Reasonably clear evening, clouds in the sky. Smoke from BC wants to come back. The rain yesterday afternoon really did help to clear the city out, but you can't really observe downtown from here nearly as well as any other day of the year. And the left-hander will take a walk. And that'll bring up Filipenko.
Number 4, Jackson Filipenko.
Sees the first baseball go past him for a strike one. He's going to set the bunt. It's going to roll perfectly. Throw to first. In time, but the sacrifice bunt moves both players up. Well done by Filipenko.
Number 11, Sammy Hilgerson.
Hilgerson to bat. Smith to third. Paronto to second. Filipenko with a sac bunt. Hilgerson checks it off. He's the catcher today. Been very impressed with how all these catchers have been faring at just 16 years of age. Prepared for anything and able to handle it as it comes. Combined stream of games 7 and 8 here for you. All on one file. So Bulls fans, you've got 2 for the price of 1 here. That one made contact. No, that was a walk. I thought it might have made contact on the 4th ball, but it didn't. So once again, loaded bases for the Bulls. They had this scenario in the first inning with 1 out. Hubka flew out to left field, and then McTavish struck out. But they did score 1 on the pass ball. Well done for Eagleton. He blasted through 1-1, the count. We're back to Forrest. And he'll make contact past the third baseman, Dodd. Everybody moves 90 feet. And they have another run on the board. It's an RBI single for Brad Forrest.
Number 17, Ty Weavers.
That scores Ethan Smith. Moves Paronto to third. And Hilgerson to second. 2-1 here as the Bulls' offensive juggernaut continues. Quick blast through the legs of Dodd. 1 run in. That's Paronto. This is Hilgerson. That throw is too wide. And the players advance on that throw to second and third. So it'll be a single and a player advancement. But 2 more runs come in, and it's 4-1.
Number 9, John.
That hit for Weavers. Didn't even get a chance to tell you his name before he made contact. So runner advancement gets Forrest to third and Weavers home. But Paronto and Filipenko and Hilgerson come in And there's another quick contact. This time it's Kobayama between third and short. 1 run in, 2 ran in, and that is going to be a double for Kobayama. And 2 ribbies for him. That brings in Forrest and Weavers.
Number 2.
Thanks to number 9, Kobayama. And suddenly it's 6-1. Bulls picking up where they left off. Right now they would lose the tiebreaker to Parkland if they end up with the same record. That one thrown wild by Eagleton, who's starting to struggle here, and that brings Kobayama to third base. Kobayama with a 2 RBI double after Ty Weavers had a 2 RBI single. That one inside to the left-hander, Callum Haney, who had a single and got stranded at second by Shea McTavish's strikeout. And now it's a walk. 4 straight pitches. Haney to first, Kobayama still at third. And it looks like they're going to make some changes. Can I get that Cubs pink sheet there, please? Awesome. Looks like Anthony Chatwood's going to come into the game, and they're going to mix up the defense here a little bit. Chatwood will take over for Tkachuk in left field. And number 12, Calder Eagleton, is going to stay in. Mumos is going to go from first base
Number 7.
to the bullpen here. And we'll get ready to pitch next. Looks like Tkachuk is at first. Actually, they moved Dodd to first. Mumos will warm up to pitch. And a big blast to left field. The first chance for Chatwood over his head, and it'll roll to the wall, just about to the wall, and that'll be an RBI double for Ty Hubka. Ribby for Hubka brings home Kobayama, and Haney at third base. It's 7-1. Except for the sac bunt by Filipenko, every man who has come up to bat has reached. And where Filipenko did was move 2 batters.
So detailed, you don't have to like some of the stuff in it. Yes, this is the only one I've ever done.
That one finds the outside corner of the strike zone. Back to McTavish. These guys are batting faster than we can announce them. Shea McTavish quickly 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one fouled away.
Sometimes a question. If you get extra strikes,
Dodd is at third.
you just put it to the side. You can still pitch counts. And it's just so that every strike is
Eagleton's still pitching for a while, and another strikeout for McTavish.
Number 10, Ethan Smith.
Back to Ethan Smith. He started us off.
So he's the second.
We've batted around 10 men.
First up, second up, and then back.
The 11th batter here in the bottom of the second inning.
I just put an arrow. And then do this.
Smith, solid contact to the shortstop Gonzalez. Quick throw off the mark. That'll be an error to the shortstop. A two-base error that brings in a run.
One run or 2 runs?
Sorry, 2 runs. Haney and Hubka both score on that play. E6 to the shortstop. Haney and Hubka both score.
Lento.
And it's 9-1. 2 out. The sack bunt and the strikeout. Bulls won their previous game 15-2, and they're up 9-1 in this one. Looks like the bronze medal game is definitely in the plans. Of course, the math could work its way out that they could be in the gold medal game. We'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow morning. No effort by Peranto to get out of the way. That's how this inning started 100 years ago. Ethan Smith was hit, and now Peranto. We'll see if that's enough warm-up time for Mumos. It appears that it is. And there will be some more defensive shifting here. Looks like it will be Mumos who will take over. And he'll see Filipenko.
Pitch for the Sharks, number 5, Peter Mumos.
While he takes some warm-up pitches, we'll take a break and be right back. Mumos will see Filipenko here. Just running over the inning as we saw it. Hit batsman, walk, sack bunt, walk, single, single, double, walk, double, strikeout, error, hit batsman. So that leaves us with Smith at second and Peranto at first.
Back for Lethbridge, number 4, Jackson Filipenko.
That one hit way up. Center fielder come up with it. Filipenko's out, and this 8-run bottom of the second is complete. Top of 3 when we come back. Ty Weavers continues to at the plate. He's got a walk and a single for himself, and has scored twice of the 9 that have come in. It's been hit. He's 2 of them. And starting us all over again, top of 3, Jesse Matthey. Weaver's outside to him. Filipenko, Kobiam, Smith, Forrest, Haney, Hoka, McTavish, Hilgerson, and Weavers. Two and one now. Down low. 3 balls and a strike for Jesse Matthey. A tall hill to climb here, down 8. That one could help, but it's going to go right into Shane McTavish's glove. 3 unassisted, the put out for Jesse Matthey.
Number 6, Justin Willis.
Justin Willis started this game. With a fly out to center. We've been playing for 35 minutes, but already have 10 runs on the board. Willis finds himself down 0-2 very quickly here. Not a lot of wasted pitches as Willis strikes out. For the Bulls, first and second pitches have been the majority of where the production has come from in the bottom half of the second inning. That one will roll away from Hilgerson. Carter flew out to left field in the first inning. That one to the backstop. Bentley Carter warming up. That one high and inside. Down low. 4-pitch walk for Bentley Carter. Eagleton, the pitcher. He is not the pitcher anymore. He's been moved to a different defensive position as the team was rotating all the way around. That one to the far right.
Number 12, Calder, Eagleton.
No luck for the first baseman, McTavish. But as I said, they have the extra hitter on their lineup to the Cubs, but we'll have to wait and see what Eagleton, where he goes defensively. That one thrown away. Not a great throw by Weavers. It's going to roll all the way to the left side, and it'll allow Bentley Carter to get 2 bases, a 2-base throwing error by the pitcher, Weavers. And suddenly, Carter is at third base. Anything to right field with a bounce should get him home. Or a hit batsman will put 2 men on board.
Number 10, Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson, the one run who crossed home plate for the Cubs. That was in the second inning after he got on with a walk, advanced with a wild pitch, stole third, and scored on the RBI putout by Tkachuk. Low and inside to number 10, Ty Johnson. 9-1 the score here. A high lobbing ball. Right fielder looking for it, but Josh Kobayama, the center fielder, decides to take it after all, and that completes the top half of the third inning with a fly out to center field. No runs, no hits, one error, and one left on from that walk. 9-1 after 2.5. And we're ready to resume. And the first pitch of the new inning to Hilgerson is a hit batsman.
So why do you go in this column or the next
Number 14, Brad Forrest.
Back to the top of the order, Brad Forrest. Grounded out to third base and hit a single. Up high for number 14. So Eagleton moves to short, Gonzalez to second. Looks like Ty Johnson's at first. Very inside to Brad Forrest. Eagleton definitely the shortstop. And it's a 4-pitch walk. And Mumo's not having much more success than Eagleton did at this point.
Number 17, Ty Weavers.
Ty Weavers walked and scored and singled and scored. Quick bouncer off the first pitch. This should be an easy one. And it is. However, that advances the runners. 4-3 put out for Weavers.
Number 9, Josh Kobayama.
That moves Hilgerson to third base and Forrest to second base. And another first pitch contact. And it's a put out A fly-out catch for Gonzalez. Nobody moves. And Kobayama out with one pitch. Callum Haney is next. He's wearing uniform number 2.
Lots of gifts into you.
One low and inside. Low and outside.
Three too many. I don't need any more.
Did you still just
Just outside that time. Cubs will play at least one time tomorrow. I don't think they're going to finish in the top 2 in the pool, however. We'll have that broadcast for you at 9 a.m. Cubs versus Parkland. And then the Edmonton All-Stars against Calgary Babe Ruth Blues. And then based on those results and the Dinos versus Lethbridge, we'll know who wins Pool A and who will be in the bronze medal game and the gold medal game. And we'll have that game for you here at 3 p.m. tomorrow. 3-1 to Haney. And it's 4-1. That's 2 consecutive walks for Haney after singling and being stranded in the first.
Yeah, Ben wants more chickens, but
Number 7, Opka.
I told him not to.
First, second, and third all full right now.
Ben's is built.
If you get a chicken, if you get a
The air quality warning has been lifted, so that must mean
Chickle Linda.
we're going to see some better weather conditions here. Of course, it's supposed to rain right at 3 o'clock tomorrow, so could make for an interesting afternoon and evening for our championship game. As long as the morning games don't delay everything else, at least the road teams will get a chance to get out of town as quickly as possible, with medals around their necks or not. That's a big contact for Hopka. And that moves everybody 90 feet. We're still bases loaded, but Hopka has a single RBI off the single base hit, and it's 10-1.
Or for like,
Number 12,
or since there's a saying that people say, black cats are bad.
That play, that brought home Hilgerson. Forrest to third, Haney to second, Hopka to first.
There's a saying that black cats eat bad.
Shea McTavish, he struck out twice and is a third of the way to doing it again. 2 out here, a walk and a single with 2 out. Well done by Lethbridge. Down low, but in the center. Down low doesn't work. 3-1. Sorry, 2-1. That's a foul contact with a lot of velocity. Slicing it to the left. 2-2. Way outside. Full count to the left-hander, Shea McTavish. Bottom of 3. Big blast. Right center field. Who's going to come up with it? Looks like Bentley Carter came up with it. No problem for him. Shea McTavish 0 for 3. Everybody else having a good time and scoring runs. 10-1. They add one more. 10-1 after 3 complete. Mumos, the first baseman turned pitcher. Up to bat. Top half of the fourth inning. They trail by 9 to these Cubs. 1-8-1. The breakdown for the Lethbridge Bulls. Doing some gardening here at Optimist Park in northwest Calgary. Sarcee Trail in the background. That street seems to never not be busy. Even on a Saturday night. We thank you very much for tuning us in live or on the archive. 3-2 full count here for Mumos. He struck out in the second inning. And it'll be right to first. It'll be fair. And a nice run for Shea McTavish. His second of the day. To do exactly that. Drew Kachuk, number 11. Last seen in left field.
Yeah, he's position number 3.
Ty Weaver's had a pretty good game. He had the 2-base error, but there was no damage done. The RBI put out from Kachuk. Otherwise, he's stranded anybody else who's been on base. However, he's well past his 31 pitch limit. Contact for Kachuk, rolling through Callum Haney's legs. A hit or an error? I wonder what they'll say.
Number 4, Daniel Gonzalez.
Hit for Kachuk. Gonzalez. He had a single and got stranded in the second inning. That one's going to roll back. And the wild pitch puts Kachuk at second base. Gonzalez last seen at second base. Three straight balls for Gonzalez. Just watching along with the rest of us here. Weaver's looked to second to cover Kachuk, but no throw. That one low and outside, and Gonzalez on base. Nobody in the Bulls bullpen right now.
7, Maddox Dog.
Of course, the senior Bulls play in the Western Major Baseball League, the Summer Collegiate League. That one bounces, and both runners will advance. Two wild pitches in the inning for Mr. Weavers. And I believe that's going to be the end of his day. He leaves 2 men outstanding right now at third and second. My apologies, he's staying in.
But there's no kid coming on. Oh, well, we can just run in and watch them.
Sorry, everything continues as normal. Lefty to lefty, or righty to lefty. That one through the legs of the catcher. Nobody moves. Maddox Dodd up to bat. He struck out and was the third and final out of the second inning. We're still looking for our second out here right now. Jesse Mathy would be next. Low and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Low and outside. And we have full bases. And now we have some action in the bullpen. Now it's Mathy's turn.
Number 9, Jesse Mathy.
Filipenko warming up. We'll see if there's a change. That one way out. 2-0. Mathy doesn't want to give Weavers any sort of confidence here. Wants to finish the job. Especially while the bullpen is just starting the warm-up. Righty versus righty here. Mathy was that unassisted put out at first base I mentioned. And 3-2. Couple strikeouts would get the damage done, but that's not going to happen. And 3 consecutive walks is going to move Mathy to first and Drew Tkachuk all the way home. It's 10-2.
Number 6, Justin Willis.
An RBI walk. That one in the dirt for Justin Willis. Flew out to center and struck out. And this might be enough. Lethbridge has looked extremely good all day long. But head coach Chance Wheatley, assistant coaches Les McTavish, Matt Caballema, and Shane McInnes may have seen enough, and they have. And that will be the change. Nice round of applause for Ty Weavers. He leaves 3 men outstanding. 3 1/3 completed. While he warms up, that being Hubka, we'll take a break. Ty Hopka jumps in. Already 1-0 count he's dealing with.
One of these pitches belongs to
Willis, as I said, flew out to center and struck out. 1 out on the board. That one in the dirt. Bases loaded. Gonzalez at third, Dodd at second, Mathy at first. That one's going to bounce. It's going to roll. Quick force at home. The ideal play for Ty Hopka.
this guy. That's who's on first, right? So just give him, put him on first. Basically, it's a field.
Weavers moves to third base and Forrest goes to second.
So this was a pitcher, went to the
Number
catcher, so
13,
it's a 1-2.
Bentley
Okay.
Carter.
And then that's the second out.
The 1-2 put out at home plate. And we have 2 out here in the top half of the fourth.
Yep. And then, 1-2, no, let's go. So he had 3 pitches. Yes.
Quickly 2-0 to Carter.
3. Got him.
10-2 the score, top of the fourth inning.
Put that guy on that.
But 2 of them, yeah, so I have 4.
Yeah, so then 1.
Big swing, big contact between
So then I go.
the center infielders, and everyone moves 90 feet. It's an RBI single for Bentley Carter, and it's 10-3.
He hit.
One base.
Number 12,
Circle the one.
Calder
The top, no, the
Wilson.
very top one, okay. And then he's on first,
And this guy on second.
and this guy down here's on third, and one back on
Gonzalez scores, Dodd to third, Mathy to second, Carter at first.
He's got a straight. I think, so this guy should be home now.
That's 3 against the permanent record of Ty Weavers here. Low, but in the strike zone, despite what the fans think.
Two strikes. This guy.
Top of 4 here, Carter Eagleton. Takes that one in the shoulder blade,
So,
and everyone moves 90 feet.
and then just put him on first. Okay. And then just advance everybody over. And then that'll be one for.
Number 10, Ty Johnson.
And then, so 3, we got 1, 2, 3, so he's at 6 pitches there. It's like 9.
3 in the inning, it's 10-4 suddenly.
Yeah, Johnson's at that.
Calder Eagleton does his job. Gets an RBI.
Was that just a pitch that happened?
Yeah.
Carter to second, Mathy to third, and Dodd scored. Maddox Dodd.
That's how Ty had the ball.
Looking to second for the pickoff.
Oh.
Haney was there,
You're not talking time limits?
Oh, sorry, that's how.
but no luck.
Sound. I was thinking Ty was catching. Pardon me. I saw it.
That one low and outside. And we'll fix the picture here at the end of the half inning. That one right through, everybody just watches it go by. 1 run in. They might get caught up here. The throw was to home instead. And the Cubs showing why they're here. They've got 4 in the inning.
Again, so try that one base.
That courtesy of Ty Johnson.
And everybody just advance him.
Number 5, Peter Munoz.
And then they all.
Johnson brings Mathy home. Carter to third, Eagleton to second. And we resume where we started off. Both teams consecutive bat arounds here.
So under, who's up to?
10-5 suddenly.
Yeah, so just above.
Each team has now had a bat around in this game.
And then we just start here.
Might be a slow pitch score by the time we're done here. 23-21. That one fouled to the left. The high lob outside. Fouled away. 2-2 remains. We have a 2-hour time limit. A complete inning will not begin after the 2-hour mark. 6 is where we're headed in a perfect world. But if in the 5th inning we get past 9 o'clock, that one strike out rather undramatically, then that'll be all. Strikeout for Carter, for Mumos. He's 0 for 3. But his team gets 4 runs, and suddenly it's 10-5 after 3.5. Two changes for the Cubs. There are only 2 changes they have left. Tristan Hanna will come in for Mumos, and Anthony Chatwood will take the 8th spot for Maddox Dodd. What we know right now is Justin Willis is pitching for the Cubs in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. But actually, Braden was saying he came to Okotoks once because they did a show.
And Ethan Smith is hitting. That's what we know. We also know that the score is 10-5. Mumos with 1 1/3 innings. Eagleton with 1 2/3. And a quick strikeout of Ethan Smith by Justin Willis.
Number 6, Tegan
Parento, the extra hitter here, the 10-man rotation. Inside and high.
And then this is just for when you get on base, these little guys. I can't see.
And this guy here is now at 1 ball.
Repeat what I just said. Neither team has numbers on the fronts of their jerseys, so we're not able to completely guarantee where everybody's rotating to defensively. We know the Cubs are in red and the Bulls are in blue. But that's all about all we know for absolute certainty. Righty versus lefty here. Parento makes contact, and that ball will drop. Shallow center field, excuse me. A walk and driven in, and hit by pitch and stranded. Solid single for Parento. Filipenko up next. Sacrifice bunt and a fly out to center field, so he's 0 for 1. 10-run differentials where we'd cut the game short. Of course, we may hit the time limit. Been playing for an hour and 10 minutes. Bottom of 4 here. Odds are we're probably going to play the top of the 6th inning. But will we need the bottom of the 6th? The Cubs have some momentum. Throw to first, not in time.
Okay. I'll type right here, you should know. What? Okay.
Solid contact to the shortstop. Got him. Well done. Parento moves up. But Filipenko does his job again and advances the runner.
And that was a 6-3.
Oh, okay. So
6-3 put out for Filipenko.
Number 11.
Bulls trying to expand this 10-5 lead. It was 10-1. Had a couple of hiccups there in the top half of the 4th. We're in the bottom half. Scooped down, but foul off the first bounce. The lights on in full effect here tonight. Right down the pipe, no problem. And up to the backstop.
It's nice having lights Optimist didn't, I didn't like that last night. There was 1.5 innings that they could not see the ball properly. And I said to Ben, I wouldn't, if my kid was on the mound, like, you have zero reaction time, you can't see it.
Ball 1.
Or anybody would get hurt. Yeah. I was getting me through the life to go into Ty said a couple times, he's like, I can't see the ball.
He said that he could not see his.
Yeah, he said yes. I shouldn't be.
Sliced foul.
What happened is they were supposed to be on this field. So they should have
If you're just joining us, it's 10-5, bottom of the 4th inning. Big swing, big miss for Hilgerson, who's followed Filipenko. His first out of the night. And it's an unscored inning for Lethbridge, so they lead 10-5 after 4 complete.
But yeah, so they went 3-0, but they actually didn't finish there.
So now we just draw the line here.
Yep.
And then there's no other changes or anything.
No, and then we just rate his pitching.
1, 2, 3. And then his, oh, I see down here, and yours missing his stuff. But that goes on the
That,
other
yeah,
side,
that's
right?
the other guy's pitch.
That's a 17. So you can that guy and go 17. Yeah, we have it seen this. Sort of. Keep putting the officials. Okay, so then the 4 was done here.
Yep.
Now we're going to start here.
Yeah. And then
Number 11 should have to
unless they
do a substitution or something. But they wouldn't do a substitution with him because they've already done their substitution. These guys, right?
need to replace one. So we got 8.
Oh, yeah, but yes.
Is 10. Oh, okay.
Hubka remains. He is facing his 7th batter.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Sorry, 6th batter.
Kachuk.
And Drew Kachuk is his name. Number 11. Kachuk, an RBI putout and a single, who eventually scored off of 2 wild pitches, and the walk by Matthew. 10-5, top of 5. Solid contact. Could drop in front of Ethan Smith. Did they grab it? Did he get it? He got it. Great job.
So this is a 2.
An F4 there. Great catch by number 14,
Number 4.
Brad Forrest, who got rotated to second base after the pitching change. Forrest in second, at second, and Weaver's at third.
21, and then it was what?
So he's
4.
position 4, so I have 4.
So an F4. Oh, right?
Yep.
The one
So third, second, and pitch all rotated.
If it's a hit, you go here. If it's an out, you go.
And it's Daniel Gonzalez's turn. Top half of the 5th inning.
2 outs, yes.
We're 8 outs away from this game ending.
We're really sad when you didn't come back.
8 outs or 41 minutes, whatever you prefer.
Up by CP. And they weren't they're not willing to bill it in. And,
4-pitch walk. No problem for Gonzalez.
and they're very diseducation, so he goes to an IRS.
This should be Chatwood, number 2, and it is.
His average.
Number 2, Anthony Chatwood.
So I'm assuming they just chose to
Rotated into the 8th position, taking over from Maddox Dodd.
wouldn't work.
And at third base.
Breeden has like 6 a.m. practices and 4 p.m. practices. Like, how do you get
High and inside to Chatwood. Not his first appearance this week. Scoop up and down.
Wanda, did you text Ben?
And once again, it's Forrest.
Yeah, once another pitch counts, so we can tell him.
Oh,
Just
for,
announce it.
For Hubcap?
For Hubka, yeah, because we only keep him at 30.
So basically,
so 20,
Number 9, Jesse Marpe.
26.
26 now. 26. 26.
Hubka's got 4 left. Sounds like they want to save him for tomorrow.
I'm having this throw.
Can he finish off Jesse Matthew in 4 pitches or less? 30's okay. 31's too many. Outside. Hubka's looked very good. He could really help them either tomorrow morning in their last preliminary game or in a championship final or a bronze medal game. Way inside, that allows a very easy stolen base for Daniel Gonzalez. No work in the bullpen as of this moment, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been happening earlier. He had his struggles, but limited the damage. And there should be one more here unless they decide to burn him off. Matthew ready to strike at anything. And he'll strike at that one. A bouncer to shortstop. Bit of a bobble. Will he get there? No, he won't. That'll be an E6 against the shortstop, number 2 for Lethbridge. Karam Haney. An E6 and an advancement to third, and that's 30 pitches. Very good performance for Ty Hubka there.
And then he got to first base.
Should be back to Justin Willis, who is preparing for his 4th at-bat in 5 innings. But we have a pitching change, and we'll take a bit of a break while he warms up. Ty Hubka saw everybody once and managed to get through 9 batters with only 30 pitches.
Who do you have on the first?
Justin Willis will see a new batter for the second time as we're back to the top of the order. Shea McTavish warming up.
Who do you have on first base?
No idea.
Okay, we'll just go up here to 6 because that's who's up. Or,
Justin Willis. Pitcher versus pitcher here. The lefty watches that one go by.
Number 6.
High and inside.
Willis.
Getting later, but the clouds and the smoke are actually starting to disappear a bit, so it's not the warmest evening, but a week away from Labor Day, it's starting to cool off. I don't think Lethbridge is going to see 40 degrees again in 2018. Swing and a strike, or throwing a strike, I should say. 2 out here, Bentley Carter warming up. On deck. Swing and a miss. Stolen base successful.
Yeah.
Matthew Gonzalez still on Hoka's resume here. Maybe the smoke's gone for a while, but we're definitely going to get rain in the next 24 hours. Big swing, big miss, and Willis goes down for the second time. Strikeout-wise, he is 0 for 4 tonight. Mumos struggled and Willis struggled. He's 0 for 4. And that completes the visitor half of the 5th inning. 10-5 the score. No further reduction in the lead for the Lethbridge Bulls.
yeah, that was just for
Bottom of 5 to come.
this 21.
We'll be back. All right, Brad Forrest, top of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning, excuse me.
Brad Forrest.
So now we're in the 5th inning.
Ground out, single walk is his resume. And first pitch contact outside the fair zone area, but caught nonetheless, and he's out on 1 pitch.
All right, you just give him 1 pitch, which would add on from here, so 17, so 18.
You didn't see it, but believe me, it happened.
So that's just an
F3 in foul territory.
Number 17.
Ty Weavers.
Ty Weaver.
Walk, single, ground out. His 4th time up in 5 innings.
I don't know how he keeps track of all that. Oh my God. It's amazing. Tie.
Same thing. Could we have exactly the same thing? No, about 5 feet further to the right for Ty Weavers. 3rd base after being subbed out. That one will roll to the backstop. Outside again, 3-1. And once again to the shoulder blade.
He's gonna have bruises all over him tonight.
Looked like Weavers had a bit of a laugh going on.
Yeah.
Let's see, we'll count the hit batsmen here. 4 bulls by my count. And
Number 9, Josh.
1 Cubs. That's a total of 5. That one's going to get by the catcher and roll all the way back. And an advancement to second for Weavers. Wild pitch gets him to second base. Josh Kobayama, single, double, and fly out. So he's got some stroke. Another bouncer. Once again, these catchers are definitely impressing. If it wasn't for the catchers being able to handle wild pitches, the score would be 25-24 right now, or in most of these games at least. Bulls lead 10-5, trying to work their way into a playoff position, either for the gold or the bronze. There's some solid contact for Kobayama. A single and a double, and he's going to bounce it to the wall in left center field. Run will score. We saw a triple get taken away yesterday. Kobayama was looking at it, but the third base coach said, no, you go right back to where you started. It's an RBI double for Kobayama. That's 3 ribbies for him today. He was really ready to make the run. But the coach stopped him in his tracks. Weaver scores. It's 11-5. Haney, number 2. That one bounces. And the wild pitch advances Kobayama to third base. The lead is 6. We'll play the top half of the 6th regardless, but well, we need the bottom half of the 6th. We'll have to wait and see. High and tight. Haney single walk today. Advanced by Hubka, his double and his single. Big swing, big contact, finding the hole in right center field. The outfielders are going to chase for it, but not with too much acceleration. And we are going to have the first triple. Haney. Kobayama scores. RBI triple for Haney. That brings in Kobayama. And it's 12-5. Actually, 3 more here would finish it off. Just the one out, that being Forrest. Big swing for Hubka. In a 6-inning game, if it's a 10-run differential at any point, at 4.5 to 6 innings, the game ends. Haney at third base for the first triple at Optimist of the tournament. Reasonable night outside, but everybody's definitely got a couple of layers on. 3-1 the count. Definitely a light jacket evening. Outside and low. And trouble for Willis. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Shane McTavish, 2 strikeouts and an F8. Anything over the fence would end it. He got a piece of it.
Shane McTavish.
Willis, the pitcher here. Catches the outside edge. Nicely done by Willis. McTavish up. This will be a full 10-man rotation. Willis will have seen everybody once. Ethan Smith scheduled next. A little high. 1-2 the count.
That's probably why we don't play balls. Like later on in the season, we don't like games in the beginning of the season. So
Big swing, that fooled him. And it's a strikeout for McTavish, his 3rd of the day. He's 0 for 4. Players on both teams have struggled today, but the vast majority have gotten on base and or scored. Only players not on base, Willis, Mumos, and McTavish. Ethan Smith scored after being hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, reached on a 2-base error, and struck out. That was Willis's first man he faced. 12-5. They won their earlier game against the Cubs. 15-2 did these Lethbridge Bulls. And we'll have full details of who plays who when tomorrow morning when we're back with you at 9 a.m. for the Cubs and Parkland. Lethbridge will play the Dinos at 9:30 at a different stadium. Then we'll have the Edmonton All-Stars and the Calgary Babe Ruth Blues, at 11:30. And then the final at 3 o'clock. More solid contact, finding that hole in shallow right center, and that'll drive in a run. Haney comes home thanks to Ethan Smith.
Number 6, Tegan Parental.
RBI single for Ethan Smith. Tegan Peranto, 2 out, 2 on, 2-run differential. Anything deep to right field should end it.
The one Jets on first right now.
I think it was 1-1.
Big advancement by both runners. We've seen a few double steals here this week. These players poised to possibly execute another one. 10 feet away from their respective bases. That one high, Willis to Peranto. Walk hit by a pitch and single. He's been on base all 3 times only come in once.
One base is out.
Another high one. It's been Willis's issue the last 3 or 4 batters.
There's 2 and 1. There's two balls in one strike.
A little lower and right in the strike zone.
Yeah.
They're willing to burn Willis here. He's definitely over 30 pitches. But they'll need him tomorrow morning. Slasher foul right to the first base line. And the Cubs dugout. Cubs will drop to 1-3 this week. Outside 3-2 full count coming up. Of course, they get this out. We will play the top of the 6th inning. But they'll need at least 8 to keep it going. Both runners go, and it's a walk. And once again, for the 4th time in a row, Tegan Peranto's going to get a chance to run. Smith to second and Hupka to third.
Number 4, Jackson Filipenko.
Jackson Filipenko. Anything to right field should end it. Righty versus righty here. Sacrifice bunt, fly out to center, and a 6-3 putout. Up high, 2-0. I think the coaches are willing to let Willis sink or swim here. Outside, but in the strike zone nonetheless. Filipenko and the rest of the Bulls have noticed Willis's tendencies here. Ooh, very close, but a ball called nonetheless. And Filipenko is the 2nd consecutive walk. Peranto to second. Smith to third. And Hupka scores. 4 in the inning, 14-5 the score. And they are going to sub Willis out for Hilgerson, as Hilgerson gets ready to come on. Looks like number 7 is going to take over. That's Maddox Dodd. Re-entry allowed in this tournament. Two out, by the way. Forrest, the first batter of the inning, and Shea McTavish, who's definitely had his struggles this afternoon. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Hilgerson versus Dodd when we come back. apologize for the window reflection. Just unfortunately, a bit of technical issues with the windows. But Helgerson, quick swing. The lights on full blast outside and certainly in here in the press box.
No.
Fouled away. Bulls have 29 runs in about 3 hours. So unfortunately, their 3-1 loss to Parkland might cost them a spot in the gold medal game. And that one's going to roll away. Could this be the winning run? It's dropped by the pitcher. Ethan Smith scores. And that's it. 15-5 is going to be the final. The wild pitch allows Ethan Smith to score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the inning. 15-5. 30 runs for the Lethbridge Bulls tonight. 15 against the Cubs, 15 against the Blues. And Lethbridge has 3 wins. Parkland also has 3 wins. Can't wait to see how, and Retlaw also has 3 wins. Can't wait to see how it works itself out. Tune us in tomorrow, 9 a.m. for the Cubs' final game of this tournament. They dropped to 1-3. And we'll get all the math sorted out for you and who plays who, where and when tomorrow morning. Championship Day here at Optimist Park for the AABC 2018 College Showcase. Thank you very much for tuning us in. We'll see you tomorrow.